Ciao ragazzi, I'm Roberta, Pasta Evangelist, and today we're gonna make a special dough, a protein pasta. So today, guys, I got a special guest, ciao Nev, from EverGrain, who's gonna help me to make this beautiful dough.
Ciao Roberta.
How are you today?
Great, thanks Chef.
Let's check the ingredients, guys. We have water, then we're gonna use 00 flour, and of course our special flour of the day. And if you can just explain to us a bit more about this beautiful product that we are going to use today.
Yes, this is our EverGrain flour, which is made from side products from the brewing industry. So we save the barley grains that don't go into the beer, and we capture the protein and the fibre from that saved grain into a very high protein flour, which is fantastic for pasta.
That's very interesting. I can't wait to try. So we can now mix the ingredients together and we create this beautiful dough.
Amazing.
So you're gonna help me a little bit.
Absolutely.
Of course, I'm gonna start from the 00 flour, which then is going to be mixed with this special flour. Can we call it special flour?
Oh, it's very special.
Oh,
really
right.
special.
And yeah, you can, if you want, you can help me. You can just place. So the first things that we do, we mix both type of flour. Yes, you can just grab it. You can take it all because we need all to be mixed with the 00 flour. Go for it, my dear. Yes. I know, I have also a partner, and every time we cook together, he's scared to do anything. Like, should I really
I can see
do
why.
it? And now, what we, so you can see also, can you see, guys, you can literally see the different type and quality of flour. It is very fine. There is a reason why it's so fine, this flour.
Yeah, so this flour is made from what used to be discarded from the brewing business. So believe it or not, it used to be thrown away.
Oh, that's so bad.
And now it's been formed into a flour which is very high in protein. In fact, one portion of the pasta would be the same as half a chicken breast in terms of protein level. So it's a real revelation. And because we don't have any field to grow our flour, we don't have any pesticides, we don't have any fertilizers, we don't have any land use, no effect on biodiversity. So it's actually a really, really carbon effective way, or very environmentally effective way of producing flour.
That's amazing. And as you can see, it's like a powder almost.
Yeah, it's very high in protein, so you can feel it in your fingers. It's almost like it's you can actually feel that protein in there.
And
it's very high quality.
Also the smell, it's really amazing. It's
kind of malty.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And of course, we cannot use, whenever you make a pasta, for instance, it is very difficult to use only the special flour. We need to add 00 flour, or you can also use semola flour.
Okay.
Is in order to create the dough. So we need a little bit of elasticity. The gluten is important when you make pasta. So that's why we have combined both flour today. I'm mixing first. Normally, guys, you know that I do the classic way. So normally, my dear, I will do straight on the pasta board and mix all together. But because we have two types of flours, I wanted to, first of all, make sure, actually, you can do this, my dear.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
So I can continue to talk. First of all, we mix both products together, so they're nice and well combined. And then what I'm gonna do, slowly we can start adding the water. Once we can see that the dough is getting more dry and all together, then we can start with the kneading process and carry on as a normal pasta, as the dough that you normally make. We change completely the color, so both flour are mixed together. And now I will slowly add the water all in, just leave it on the mixing bowl. I don't want to, I'm gonna slowly start to create the dough and then finish off on my pasta board. Normally, as you can see, I always add the water slowly. It is tricky because, adding water, it's many times depend on whenever you make the pasta. So if you got a lot of humidity in the room, the flour will absorb it as well. So it's gonna get a little bit more wet as a dough. So that's why the water is always added slowly.
And I noticed you're not using egg in the recipe as well?
Not today. Today we are making, so it's very nice and vegan friendly, the pasta as well. And we got a little bit left, so I can see that the dough require a little bit of more water. The things that I really love, believe or not, is the color. You can see that it's not the classic. Normally, the pasta dough has this nice and bright yellow color.
Yeah.
So
you know that barley is an ancient grain as well.
Oh, fantastic!
So it's all natural. So we don't take any color away from the barley, but it's been used for centuries in all types of bakery or pasta. So the color is very natural.
It is. That's what I was about to say. I love really the color because it really looks natural, and it's actually even the 00 flour. You will never have such a white color if they don't refine so many times. So that's why you get that really nice and white color to the 00. So now, as you can see, guys, I have to simply start kneading by hand because it's going to be a little bit difficult to continue to do here. So it's all been removed. These can go to the sink. I love when I make pasta and someone else is going to clean the kitchen.
Is it going to be me that cleans the kitchen?
Why not? So we push all together, and so consider today that the quantity it's I would say for 4 to 5 people.
How do you find the dough, given the difference in the flour? Is it more sticky, or is it dry, or is it?
Well, I can tell you that for sure it's more tricky to work with the different types of flour. You need to really work pretty well on the amount of water. So every time we have high protein flour, the flour will absorb more water. So you need to really work out the right amount of water that you're going to add to the dough. You have to work a little bit harder to get really nice and elastic dough. But that's never a problem.
And what are you looking to achieve? So you're looking to get some stretch in the dough as well?
Yes, absolutely. That's very important, my dear. Without elasticity, it will be difficult to shape the pasta. So what we're going to do by hand, I will activate the gluten and it's going to give me the elasticity then to create a certain type of pasta. The dough is now ready. We have, as always, between 10 to 15 minutes. Normally I knead it by hand. Many people ask me, come on, Roberta, get into the machine. No, you need to do by hand. It is very nice and relaxing as well. The dough, it's not so hard because normally when you use a different type of flour, the dough can get very hard. So very difficult then to stretch by hand. But I can just show you that it's really nice and soft. It's not sticky at all.
Yeah.
And this is important.
Do you find it's less sticky because of the high protein?
Yes, it is the high protein that absorb more and more water. So it is, now we leave it to rest for a few minutes and then we can shape some pasta. Let's see what we're gonna make.
Sounds fantastic.
Fantastic. And now we have left the dough to rest. 10 to 15 minutes just to give the time. We stress the dough a lot.
Yeah, de-stressing.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I suggest to anyone, when you stress, go to sleep 10 minutes and you're gonna wake up with more energy. So it's nice and soft, so it doesn't get dry, which is very, very important. When it starts to get dry, my dear, it's gonna be difficult to shape. So I'm gonna show you some shapes. Actually, I want you to make also.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So just to take a little bit of dough, I have a few tools. This is very easy. I mean, you will see that you will be able to do some pasta this way. And then I'm going to show you a little bit more, let's say, advanced type of pasta. Of course, my favorite, the orecchiette. And let me just show you first, and then you can help me just continuing to do some gnocchetti. So we do little gnocchi. Normally, I know the gnocchi will be, many people know the gnocchi as a potato dough, but today, no. We're using a special dough, high high protein gnocchetti. Do you like the sound of it?
Sounds fantastic.
And tell me a little bit more about your company, how the idea of this beautiful, bringing the flour.
It's a really unique idea. So it was invented by a genius food scientist called Greg Belt, who was looking at the beer brewing industry and seeing just how much barley grains were discarded from the process. So the sugar and starch is used to make beer. But the really important part, the golden part, is the protein and the fibre, which was being discarded in the process. So he invented a way to re-dry those barley grains again and to mill them into a barley flour, to a natural barley flour, which is very high in protein and very high in fibre. And it's the first to market, so we're the first business, we're a startup business, started 6 years ago, we're the first to market with the idea. We have the potential to save millions of tons of barley from going to waste and turn it into a very, very valuable golden flour.
As you can create the pasta, I believe you can also make bread and pizza. We love pizza as well. Of course, as I said, today we are going through a very easy shape. You can create a lot. You can also create a long pasta, so using a pasta machine just to help you out to stretch it. I have cut the pasta in small pieces. And now, let me show you, this is so nice. You just need to place, that's the gnocchi board. You place the little piece of dough to the gnocchi board and then you simply drag it with a knife. Look how cute.
Like a butter pat.
Exactly. I give you one, I give you the knife, I give you this. And I'm gonna take another knife and carry on with more. So yeah, you have to.
Too much pressure.
Exactly, that's what, it was my fault, I didn't told you. So you don't have to press, this is something important, because as you say, it doesn't contain a lot of starch. So there is a lot of gluten, and also the pasta can break very easily. You need to be more delicate.
Okay.
Normally I am very aggressive as well when I make pasta, because you need to stretch, you need to be quick, otherwise the pasta dries out. This time we need to be a little bit more delicate.
Gentle.
Exactly, gentle, look, very gentle. You create the gnocchi and then you simply leave. Bravissimo!
There you go.
You're getting there, yes. Look, you're gonna be a pasta chef soon, look. Beautiful.
Let me show.
Yes, sir.
I can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's important. Yeah, actually, that's the most important part. If you don't feel it, you cannot make it. And let me show you my favorite shape of pasta. You know, did I mention I come from South Italy, Puglia? So we have a very special shape of pasta. It's my favorite. It's the one that I make since I was a very little girl. So I discovered that you can make with this type of flour as well. I'm saying this because it's a very tricky shape of pasta. Not many type of flour you can really get the perfect shape, but I have already tried and works pretty well. Let me show you. It's as I say, it's very tricky to make and needs to be really nice and thin, the dough, and we managed to also create a beautiful orecchietta. Orecchietta, yeah, means a little ear. So you drag the dough and then you leave it on the knife and then upside down on your thumb, and you create this beautiful dome shape. And let's carry on. My beautiful orecchiette, guys, you know already the technique, but I show again, as it's a very tricky pasta.
And what types of pasta sauce would you have with these shapes of pasta?
You can just pair with any type of sauces, really. Your favorite is gonna work. The only tricky part is you just need to be more delicate on making the pasta. But the sauce, I will suggest really anything. Again, simple. It's always, for me, it's always the best. Just a little bit of olive oil, tomato. Parmesan is our best friend. Yeah, and then enjoy this beautiful pasta. They look amazing, these orecchiette. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. The color is beautiful. So it reminds me another type of flour that we got in South Italy called the burnt flour, the burnt wheat. So it is really nice. Thank you so much. It's a product that I will continue to use it and making more and more shape. Why not filled pasta?
Absolutely.
It sounds really
ravioli.
Interesting. Fantastic. Beautiful. We create the orecchiette. We got the gnocchetti. Can't wait to try some pasta later. Thank you so much for coming today.
Grazie mille.
Oh, fantastic. You saw, guys, every time people are with me, they're going to speak Italian soon. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for bringing this amazing product. Guys, for more special guest recipes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ciao, ciao, ragazzi.